Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies, where in Turnabout Academy we have spoken to many people on campus, a weird reporter in a box, and both the prosecution and the defense side of the original mock trial. With that, however, we need to speak to the judge/perpetrator, defendant, whatever, defendant ×2 in certain respects, by finally hitting up the detention center. What does Juniper Woods have to say about what's happened, having written a script that proved to be a murder? October 24th, we move to the detention center, as that guard will never move. Fina, thank you so much for coming. She called me Fina, like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. Or she's ingratiating herself to you. Come on, think about it. Alright, let's learn more about the script. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial, and the only people who knew the details were Prof. Court and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far, but stuff that makes it a bit worse for her. However... Yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. She wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favour the prosecution. But Prof. Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. So if Robin had won, Hugh wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. Right, the awl. I was wondering about that awl you had on you when you were arrested. Detective Fulbright! We found this in the suspect's pocket. Why? There's blood on this! That's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Prof. Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realise I still had it on me until I was arrested. Then we've nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood red colour on the awl bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but it probably was just paint, but that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the awl when we were prepping it yesterday. It wasn't? Then how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Fina and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the awl with what looked like blood on it. A key? And the awl? Prof. Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the awl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the props should be realistic, so... The awl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it. I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too, but let's not jump the gun on this. Your fingerprints will be all over that thing, won't it? That's the bad thing. You and Prof. Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes. I left school at around 6 PM. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow. I know, and I believe in you, Fina. Well, I should go now. Bye. bye to you then. Hopefully Juniper's not gonna be in such a bad way when we get into the trial, but of course we never know about things until we step in that courtroom. Why did the prosecution hide so much? Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy. The Junie I knew was always like that, a little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still, what is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship. Is there? Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know the friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's trouble in one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep, tomorrow's a big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Prof. Constance Court, was murdered in that art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. I'm so disappointed we didn't get to examine any of the bits of part of the script, the art room and all that. Also, the location where we found the body was just as mock trial script described. I wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is the script in this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows the actual trial may very well unfold just like the mock trial did. Oh no! The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not going to happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I'm Apollo, and he's the king of being fine. I'm Apollo, Justice, and I'm fine. Well, to be continued leads us on into the courtroom. Let's get there. Didn't even let the music play out. What am I doing? Alright then, it's October 25th, the next day. The nerves descend. If there's discord on the heart between the friends, then we can bet we've got to use some of Athena's power. Coming up. My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart hasn't raced as fast since I ran that full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high? Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal. And willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. That's the end justifies the means concept again. Now it has come to this. We have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. How would you stop saying that? That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way. But Miss Cykes, just yesterday you told me... As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's any easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. And if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Well, I just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you'll have to learn of your own inefficacy the hard way. Forgive me, Prof. Means, but can we just leave it at that? Oh dear! Please forgive me. It's just, I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can. I do too, but... Now, if you would excuse me. Thank you, he's gone. Good. Thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get you, Athena. Don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine. And I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. The trial is about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right. I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. I need this little bit of a break. Whenever there's like a translation error or something like Anne instead of any, I don't know. I had it in the last 2 episodes now. It really froze me for being able to read the rest of the text, like, really badly. I become, like, tongue-tied because I'm worried about there being a typo. As we head into court, I've got to regain my own composure. Smile. It'll be fine. I'm just fine, as court is now in session. The court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods.
Athena Cykes, the defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor.
That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine.
Your boldness. I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. Ah! This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now, summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your boldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness.
And now we don't even get an opening statement.
No one gets one. We're just going. We're going.
As Fulbright's there. Detective Fulbright. He and Prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team.
Oh, right. The case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favourite friend of justice, explain.
What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding, if that's what you're thinking.
My mind to your mind. All right, Detective Fulbright. Will you please explain the case to the court? Prof. Cord's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this awl I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it, as we suspected. The awl has been added to the court record. Her blood was found on it along with Judy's fingerprints.
Nah!
Did you just give me an autopsy report? You did, didn't you? The court's autopsy report has been added to the court record. Cause of death, blood loss from a deep stab wound in the victim's side. Between 6 and 8 p.m. was the time of death. Of course, rigor mortis has passed, so we know it's got to happen the day before. Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too? Blackwell is training well.
Maybe Blackwell should train it not to mess up people's hair while he's at it.
Moving right along! The body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the 3rd floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So, then the body had been moved from the art room to the stage. Precisely! And there was one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording?
Must be from that tape recorder Myriam mentioned. But why is this the first we've heard of a death threat at the moment of the murder?
Shh! Silence, please! I would like to play the tape for you now. You're a goner! I was hoping to actually hear it. If we knew the voice, we could tell who it was. It is quite hard to hear. Yes, it was. I was really listening intently.
But the voice does sound female.
We'll take your word for it. As a tape recorder has been added to the court record. Used by Myriam to secretly record the conversation in the art room, a woman can be heard shouting, "You're a goner." The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. Then you haven't identified the voice as belonging to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no.
The campus was full of students that morning, however no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all of the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Conner, one of the mock trial participants, found the body.
So, the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body.
Wait one moment. If all of the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could move the body. Ha ha ha! Have no fear, for there was always an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... What would that mean? Those 3 students were the only ones who could move the body. In justice we trust! I don't like where this is headed, Athena.
Me neither.
Female voice. Only one free to move. And by those 3, I mean Hugh O'Conner, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods.
I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say.
In justice we trust. I take it everyone understands now. But the voice believed to be that of the murderer was female. And out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just 1 is a girl. That leaves the defendant, Juniper Woods, as the only possibility.
No!
Could have been an outsider. Just saying. Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations.
You could at least pretend to be upset for me.
A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not have been any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month.
What? They like each other that much? And he's a prisoner that gets to determine salary raises? What?
Ha 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 ha! I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust. Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud, you are.
I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright.
Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand.
Damn, I don't like his reverse treatment to good old Gummy.
And the box. Snake! Snake! So, our first witness is a cardboard box.
Not the weirdest witness we've had.
Yak!
Stealth mode deactivated.
Okay then. Oh my! The box has hands!
Smile, Your Honor! Ah, my eyes!
What the dickens? I've just had my picture taken.
Myriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course. Juniper's been a bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crime.
Might I ask whether you could come out of that box?
How will I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter.
But testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular. A former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them. Oh my! I never thought of it that way! Very well, if it would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time.
A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto! How can the judge believe this load of crock?
Now, your testimony, please! Oh, but take care not to reveal your face.
Why? It could be anyone in the box when you think about it. It might not even be technically Myriam Scuttlebutt. Look at the legs. They might be hairy. Very hairy. It might be a man. The similarity of the case and the script. The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Until the mock trial began, only Prof. Court and Juniper knew the script's content. But Prof Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive, and the murder is just like a script.
The murder is just like her script? Could such a thing be true?
Compare her script with the murder case and crime scene photos. Then you'll see.
This is so simple, even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script, ergo the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope on which "use" was written, were found. This proves that the accused's script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim's use of script, an argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing.
That makes perfect sense. What now? Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now. He's like a pit bull once it sinks his teeth into you. How dare she? My script had it all! A bum rap, phony evidence, grudges, and betrayals.
I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness.
No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. Wait, I'm actually trying to think, was there anything even in the statements here? The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script.
Hold it!
I just realised I didn't notice anything stand out to even go at. What the hell? There must be places where the script in this case diverge. Don't sweat the details. That kind of stress would give you wrinkles. I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Objection! Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate. Great joke! Well played, Blackwell. He's still laughing.
What did you just say?
Blackwell really turned that one around on you.
Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. It was a good joke.
Whoa, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't yet been erected in the mock trial script, and in the actual case there were signs indicating the victim's risks had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility.
Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence. What a total burn! Try again, why don't you, pawn of woods? Up until the mock trial began, only Prof Court and Juniper knew the script's content. Well, Juniper told us this. Somebody could have stolen a peek beforehand. I don't think so. I mean, I tried it any number of times. Shame on you, Myriam. But that crafty she-devil Juniper has eyes in the back of her head. What chance does your average person have if an undercover reporter like me failed? Interesting point. Still, Miss Scuttlebutt, won't you get in trouble later for admitting to such underhanded tactics? Why you? I plead entrapment! Yes, says you. How is you blurting out your own crime, entrapment? But you haven't scooped me yet. They were all set to use Juniper's script. But Prof Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Why? How do you know that Professor Court, wasn't going to use a script?
There in the art room, where the heinous crime took place, an envelope marked "Use" and Myriam Scuttlebut's script were found. Evidently, the script that was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there.
It's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom battle in the dark age of the law. I can't help but feel Prof Court went out of her way not to use it. But Juniper, she used some devious underhanded tactics to get a script chosen. That's why a script and not my masterpiece was used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation? Juniper has to be the killer. She has motive and the murder is just like a script. There's nothing in this I can present to unless I can get an extra statement maybe? Or that I've realised I can present to anyway. Anyone who saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like the script, but we found it during the mock trial. Athena?
Objection.
We were the witnesses. Wearily is the trial which pits Hawk against Canary.
Objection.
What did you just say? If you said weary, you should try humping less. I bet that saves some energy. It's no time for jokes, Apollo. You just call me a canary. Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Cykes Dono. Hugh O'Conner discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body as it is in the script before anyone knew its contents? Ah, that's right. Do you even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child. Elementary school? Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Cykes for loop. The perfect caption.
How marvelous! A photo in the newspaper is just the thing to boost your brand.
In a school paper? Seriously?
I believe you pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Cykes.
Ah, okay. So all we need to do was press. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now, and in that fair, desperate mind of yours, etch it deep, so you may never forget. No. No! Even my arguments get thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I going to do? Athena, you should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now. Huh? Huh? Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way? I don't follow. Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. You'll discover an inconsistency if you do. Ah, I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look just as it was in the script, and that it is beyond the shadow of a doubt not a coincidence. Is that correct? No duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways.
Objection.
What'd I say? What'd I say? Our client made the crime scene look just like the script, something known only to her. And that would be not just foolhardy, but completely irrational. What do you mean?
Yes, Miss Cykes. Please tell this court what you mean by irrational.
It wouldn't make any sense for Junie to mimic her own script on purpose because it would make her the culprit. That's stupid. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. And that in and of itself is irrational. What's wrong with it being the same?
Yes, Miss Cykes. Care to explain what you mean?
Okay, let's say for argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... Ah. That's right. If she had really done that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. Don't let it go to your head just yet.
Objection.
What's that sound even supposed to be? As we get an objection from Blackwell. I would seem Justice Domo's comrade in arms has finally drawn his sword. No, it would, Blackquill. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use. Enough with the stupid sword metaphors already! There's a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak. Reason? What reason? Must I spell out everything? You are what people today call high maintenance. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, nearly a soul would have been the wiser to the similarities of the case and script.
Objection!
No! The mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection!
Our witness here had also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself. Was she now? Well, what are you going at with this statement? Led to it because she read the script? I'm confused. We'll find out more next time. On Phoenix Wright, Dual Destinies. I'll see you then as we delve actually into the trial. Bye-bye.